President, first of all, allow me to thank the Office of the Presidency and the states that have supported us in convening this session. We'd also like to thank the groups which also sponsored the convening of this session, and also those states and groups which have supported the draft resolution presented. Why did we come before the Human Rights Council? Let me answer that very simply. There is a flagrant violation of human rights occurring, which is not just one person's point of view. We are talking about occupation here. It would seem that the representative of the occupying force has forgotten that particular status. I believe we have heard many delegations speak, and I think that some have made a mistake when they said that violations of human rights were just a point of view. Occupation is the first violation. This is the fifth aggression against our people in Gaza and in the West Bank since 2002. In order to put an end to the situation once and for all, we acted. And for more than 20 years, since the Oslo process, we have tried to settle the situation through peaceful means. Who was it who refused that solution? You all know that. We are always prepared to find a solution. But it seems that the occupying power and those who support it are asking for us to accept the occupation. We will never accept it. We will struggle, we will resist with all means in keeping with international law. That is our right. And if we make mistakes, please correct us. We are certainly open to have our mistakes corrected. We came here with this draft in order to try, together with you, to achieve at least minimum justice for children who are being dismembered, for women whose bodies are lying in the streets, to find some justice for those civilians exterminated in the Sajah, for the Al-Bach family, for the Sayyam family, for the Abu Jama family. And I cannot mention the names of all the families who have been exterminated during the 16 days of this offensive. I would not like to mention the children who are playing on the beach. I would rather ask you to be aware of what happened on the 2nd of July in Jerusalem, when the child Mohammed Abu Khtir was kidnapped and burnt alive. We believe that that was the end of the situation. Unfortunately, these crimes are recurring, coming back again, committed by Israelis in Palestinian territory. How far is this situation going to go? When we ask for a commission of inquiry, what we want is to identify those who are responsible so that they can be brought to justice. When we call for a commission of inquiry, it is so that full light can be shed on the truth. When an Israeli soldier is killed, well, 25 Palestinian civilians are killed. 13 Israeli soldiers have been killed by the Palestinian resistance. As a counterpoint to that, 25 Palestinians have been killed for every single Israeli. We have also large numbers of casualties. I call upon your conscience, how long can this situation be allowed to continue? Furthermore, when we call for international protection for Palestinian civilians, when we ask for the convening of the high contracting parties, we are doing it on the basis of Articles 2 and 3 of the 4th Geneva Convention, which stipulates that the occupying state has the responsibility to protect civilians. Let me repeat that, to protect civilians. The occupying power here has not been able to protect civilians. Quite the reverse. It is, in fact, that occupying power which is killing civilians, which is committing flagrant violations of international humanitarian law, international human rights, and international human rights law. Thus, we appeal to governments, in particular to Switzerland and the high contracting parties, to meet in order to ensure the protection of our Palestinian civilians. There is no clearer example. We ask you to help us against this monster who is using the most sophisticated weapons to kill and destroy. As a result, we would like to be able to see an end to the bloodletting immediately. We call for an end to the spilling of blood. 2 hours ago, the spokesperson of the Israeli army declared that there's going to be another stage in the land invasion. This means more victims, more casualties, more Palestinian loss of life. And I would not like even to mention what arms they will be using. So, for those reasons, I appeal to you to come to our assistance by adopting this resolution. I pay tribute to all of the efforts that have been made in difficult negotiations, which unfortunately have not led to a consensus text. But I know that the Palestinian issue will remain a consensual issue in human conscience. Our people will remain in the conscience of all democratically elected persons in the world. Thank you, sir.